Have you ever had strange encounters that when you share them with your family and friends, seem to sound absurd? Or you may have heard stories that are too out of this world that you just can't help but roll your eyes. That's what the invention of trail cam technology has provided us, the much needed evidence to back these unusual stories and eyewitness accounts. Suddenly, what used to sound ridiculous doesn't seem so unbelievable anymore. In today's video, we're going to show you some of the mysterious images caught on trail cameras that nobody was supposed to see. Take a look and judge for yourself. I can't promise though that after watching these stories you would still want to go sleep in your room with the lights out. If you feel the thrill creeping up your spine, then wait no more. Cause here we go with the first one on the list. You might think this is just an ordinary photo of coyotes indulging in their snacks, but take a look again and you'll see something creepy. Taken on September 26, 2012 in an unknown location, this creepy image of a woman wearing a hood is seen in the bushes, staring in the direction of the trail cam. But upon zooming the image to 200%, it appears to be a skull head that doesn't have an inkling about what's going on. What I'm trying to understand here is why it needs to wear a cool hoodie like that, and where can we get one? After adjusting up to 400%, the photo now looks like a guy with an intense stare and a big frown. Obviously, it knows what the camera is doing, and it's not pleased with the prying going on. Skeptics wouldn't surely give this image the time of day, but you must have heard stories of lost souls wandering in the dark, and it just so happened that this wanderer stumbled upon a trail cam that was on watch 24/7, thus letting the world know of its probable existence. From the creepy wanderer, let's now go to the mysterious lady in the woods. Unlike the first story we featured, we can hardly zoom in to make out what this image really is. But from what we can see, this is a woman dressed in a nightgown walking alone in the woods at night. Of course, you might say there's nothing extraordinary about having a photo taken, but I believe nobody in their right mind would go out in the woods at night, alone, dressed in a lacy nightgown, without any flashlight or device to light their way. First, you might get mauled by wild animals if you dare tread their territories alone. Second, you must have at least the common sense to wear something thick to avoid hypothermia and getting frozen to death in the middle of the night. And third, you can't accomplish anything in total darkness unless you have supernatural powers that can make you see in the dark. What makes this photo creepy is the grace and calmness this woman seems to possess despite the things we've enumerated. It's as if she's part of this land, that's why there's nothing that could scare her away. From the mysterious woman who's not afraid of the cold, we now go to the strange looking bipedal creature caught on a trail cam. One morning in Deer Lodge, Montana, a local rancher did a routine check on his trail cameras and discovered video footage unlike anything he had seen before. The footage showed a humanoid figure glowing all over walking in front of the camera. It had an oversized oblong-shaped head but was apparently not wearing anything at all. The rancher went back to the exact location and had his movement recorded by a trail cam as he imitated the body position of the glowing figure. Side by side, he made a comparison between the two footages and came up with the conclusion that something strange was definitely happening out here. His video footage showed clearly the details of his attire and his brimmed hat with a coat pulled over it. Even his eyes and mouth were quite visible on cam. On the contrary, the glowing figure had no details, no clothes, and facial features at all, just a white glowing light. Someone from the show Ancient Aliens heard about the incident and took the video footage to the forensic image analysts for authentication. Results came out confirming there were no alterations, manipulations, or inconsistencies involved. Some people think it's a Bigfoot or some cryptid creature known to humans, given that the image was too mind-boggling to describe. Who could even forget Montana's history of being a hotbed for UFO sightings, where the footage of two strange metallic orbs was caught on film, providing some of the first video evidence of flying saucers in the 1950s. Could it be that the aliens have long settled in this part of our world but they're just existing under our radar? So what do you think? Is this the evidence that we've all been waiting for? From the mysterious glowing cryptid, we're now going to talk about the small humanoid creature in Australia. On October 21, 2022, in Sydney, Australia, a trail cam that was set up to take photos of deer and other wild animals moving along a trail captured an image of a small human-like creature hiding among the plants. Apparently, the movement of its head from side to side was what activated the camera motion sensor. At first glance, it could be any small animal in the woods, but its round-shaped head and two large eyes could easily give you the creep if you stared long enough. But just to be objective, can you guess what animal this is? An opossum? A bobcat? A raccoon? Nothing fits the image perfectly, right? Who knows, it could be one of those supernatural human-like creatures that we read from folklore. With all the strange occurrences out there, we can never dismiss the fact that it could also be a cryptid or a mutated creature. After making a few wild guesses, let's now move to the black-eyed girl ghost in Cannock Chase. Here's a captured image of what ghost hunters believe to be an apparition of the black-eyed girl in Cannock Chase. It is said that anyone who saw her would think she was just a normal girl that seemed to be lost in the woods, but when they looked into her eyes, she would just disappear. Ghost hunters believe this screen capture is proof that the area is haunted and that the spirits roam endlessly, which leads to numerous sightings. Professional hunter Robert Palm says that the black-eyed ghost children could be victims who died during a diphtheria outbreak in the 1800s, with the disease making their eyes appear sunken and dark. But other tales say the ghosts were the victims of killer Raymond Morris, who murdered 3 children in the area between 1965 and 1967. Cannock Chase is believed to be one of the most haunted places in Britain, so it is no surprise the area draws in lots of rumors about beasts and ghosts, and they certainly have had lots of sightings of a black-eyed girl seen walking around. The next time you walk on the street and see a little girl all by her lonesome, better look the other way just to be safe. And now we've come to the last part of our episode, the mysterious translucent creature. In this video, we see an image caught on a trail cam that seems to be casually walking by. It's almost transparent, walking like an ordinary human, or it could be an apparition. Some say it's a Sasquatch, but unlike the beastly creature that we've seen on videos, this figure does not seem to be hairy. Others say it could be a skinwalker, a ghostly figure that had lost its way, or it could be nothing more than an ice-frosted camera lens. Trail cams capture not only the normal occurrences each day, but also what humans normally take for granted and the not so obvious. That is why this mysterious image can't be simply considered a glitch, because paranormal entities are said to be all around. We can look everywhere and pretend to be blind if we are unaccepting of the possibilities out there. Who has the ultimate authority to claim what is real and what's not, if we all admit that we do not know everything? Some things are figments of imagination, but then trail cameras are now here to prove that not all imaginations remain inside our heads. Well, that's all for today's video. Let us know what you think about these trail cam captures, so feel free to post about them below in the comments section. And if you liked what you saw today, don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you tap the bell icon to turn the notification on, because you wouldn't want to miss any of our future uploads. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again soon.